still friends with someone and you love the person, even though you know you can't be in a marriage with them, it's like suffering a death and letting go of that relationship when you're so used to when that's what I was going to say when she said, well, we talk 5 times a day, and he said, well, we're not going to do that anymore. And my ex and I were like that. We talked 10 times a day. And I was, even after I was married to Donnie, we were just that good of friends. Like we talked all the time. And the time came where it was like, okay, I got to probably stop doing this. And, and it was like letting a friend go. And so for them, PK and Dorit, because I think they are friends. And when he said, I mean, there was so much there. When he said the way we talk to each other, if we talk like that in this restaurant, they kick us out. And I thought, holy cow! Like, and then when she said that they like curse at each other and were screaming, no. Then if that's going on, hell yeah, divorce, done. That's that. You want to talk about some shitty memories for your kids? Boom, there you go. Don't screw your kids up like that. That is not a role model relationship they need to have. So yeah, I don't like that. But I'm sad for them because I think that they seemed good together on the show, but who knows what the hell's real
Yeah,
on the Real Housewives.
on the Real House. Yeah, I didn't like when we were because look, he was talking to me that night, and then of course he was like, is this off? And I'm like, yeah, everything's off the record. Really, I'm not an idiot.
Oh, yeah,
Like, well, I mean,
yeah.
like certain things, like I'm not. Yeah, you can
How long
trust
ago was
me.
this?
September. So they were already,
Oh.
if the season was already filmed. I mean, he said it is the season of Dorit. Like, I will tell you that now. Feel free to go and tell that to your audience.
So they
But
were already separated then.
yeah, I mean, this was this past September, like a few months
Wow.
ago.
And he didn't tell you that then, though?
No, he did, but
Oh, oh,
I was trying to like kind of get under the hood of the car
oh,
of like,
okay.
well, I don't really understand it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
Sure.
really, not that it's for me to understand. I just didn't understand. Like, you guys speak very highly of each other, but like I get now, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like like,
Yeah.
look, friendly divorce, I don't understand. I know a lot of divorce in my life around me. I mean, not me, but like, it's
That's
never
friendly
friendly.
divorce is very hard to navigate. It's very,
Yeah.
very difficult because it's suffering a death with a person who's still alive and that you love and care for, but you can't be with. It's weird.
I understand it. It's like you don't want to rip off the band-aid, but it would be easier if you just do. Like,
Well, when you're both living in the same town and if they're running in somewhat the same circles, that's another difficult thing. And, not to jump over to Kyle also, when Sutton said, I think you need to get divorced. And Kyle didn't sound like she wanted to. And I think that that's another big thing financially when you are so together and mixed. That's when a very amicable friendship and loving relationship, even though you're not going to stay married, can turn ugly. And Sutton hit the nail on the head. That could be where Kyle and Mauricio go south. I mean, unless he's really, I don't know. I know plenty of people who separated on good terms. Everything was fine. They co-parented. They were friends. They were great. They could spend holidays, go on vacations together. And then when they had to split the bank account, no.
it got ugly.
Yep. Yep.
Well, as you say, when what is it you say about Erica when, the person is the true self, like when they have money versus when they don't. It's when money is involved, people act way different than you ever thought they did, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's true.
I mean, right. And I mean, granted, Dorit and PK, there's also other things out there now that their home is in pre-foreclosure. I don't know if that's true, but that's out there. That's surfaced recently that their Encino home worth $7 million is in pre-foreclosure. A lot of people have a problem also with Dorit this season. She keeps saying PK is an alcoholic. My husband's an alcoholic. People are like, I don't know if that's right.
Well, even if he is, and that would be probably, in my opinion, a conversation that they would have to have. And he's also talking about how he got sober. He's like, I got sober and I realized I didn't want this. So he's acknowledging that he was an alcoholic too. But yeah, I mean, obviously there's blame to go around. One person doesn't, yeah. She doesn't, to me, I don't have any feelings about her one way or the other, but I do see like over the past seasons when the ladies would say how hard of a time they had talking to her and she didn't listen and she didn't shut up and blah, 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 blah. I mean, that could be tough as a spouse to put up with.
Yeah, and that's what it seems like is the case. I mean, that seems to be what's coming out. Like, and yes, that scene in that restaurant you referred to, like when they're saying, like, when she said we went low, and I think she even said something about like you alcoholic. Like, I think they went really low.
That's terrible. I mean, especially because you say if this is someone who you love and you say we're best friends, we love each other, you're always going to be the father of my children, the mother of my children, blah, 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 blah. But then you're going to like throw something at someone that you can never take those words back. And for someone who's really going through something, that's why Orange County again, when Tamra was like just saying that stuff to Shannon, that literally like killed me, because here is someone who's seriously had major problems. I mean, even though I don't think she calls herself an alcoholic, but when it affects your life and you are making grave mistakes because of your alcohol consumption or drug consumption, whatever the case may be, when it's having negative effects on your life, you're an alcoholic. It's dictating your happiness. So, but yeah, Tamra saying that stuff and in Dorit calling him an alcoholic. I mean, who knows how long he's going to stay sober? There's no guarantee like he's sober now, like, oh, that was it. I just washed my hair and bought some new clothes and boom, I'm the new guy. No,
Uh,
and
yeah.
browbeating someone, when they're down. Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, no, I know other people in the housewives genre world that have become sober that are not. You know what I mean? So it's right. Like just because you're sober doesn't mean you're going to stay sober. It's a
Right.
hard thing to do every single day. What do you think? Well, what do you think of since you bring it up of Kyle and Mauricio? Another one, like in that scene too, like Kyle seems like what was that scene? Like early on in the season when Kathy and Erica and Sutton went over and they were, Kyle saying to the camera, well, I don't understand. We've had a non-traditional marriage. Now, granted, I don't even know what she means by that, but we've had a non-traditional marriage, so we're gonna have a non-traditional separation. Like, yeah, he comes, he goes, everything's fine. I mean, to me, it seems like Kyle is also in denial about her situation.
I think it's the perfect situation. It's all fine and dandy until either one of them meets someone that they're serious about, and that person says, no, you're not going over there and having this time with them because you're with me, and I don't like that. And even if Maurizio had a girlfriend and Kyle was fine with her, I I don't think it's really ever works. I just don't. Especially when you have egos. And I'm not saying they either one of them have like an inflated ego, but they're not they're somebody, you know what I mean? And if whomever